mouse pad. Is that okay?
Oh, I'm going to have a sweaty mouse pad?
Yes.
Have you not heard of a napkin?
I don't have one. I did not.
We're around electronics and it's sweaty?
It's on a mouse pad that is not electronic.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Now, we are going to have to come up with something here to talk about.
Sure. Can you scroll me up, please? Or make sure that we're streaming or whatever it is you're going to do,
that's
and then
the whole
scroll
thing.
me up.
This no longer gets run by that.
Oh, Lord. Oh, this is
fun. This is the way that...
Okay, we're streaming.
Okay, so I'm going to pause this in mid-swipe. All right, so we've got the chat room.
Okay.
The chat room's there.
And
we're
then
doing
scroll
this.
down just a little bit because it's...
Down?
Yeah, scroll the thing down because I can't see everybody.
What do you mean can't see everybody?
I can't see the last comment. There.
Is that better?
That's better. Thank you.
All right, and it's bigger now, so it's...
It is bigger. Everything's bigger here.
We are... Hey, folks, welcome.
Even we're bigger here, and
we're
it's
much
very
bigger,
odd.
and it's not even as big as it could be.
No, don't scare me.
All right, let me show you this. There you go. That's full screen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like seeing us in life size.
That's odd.
Oh, part of the fun. So I'll leave it there because the people will be behind us will be able to see stuff too. All right, hey folks, welcome.
The people next door could see this screen.
The GeoSnippits
Reboot
Podcast is live, and there is something we're going to have to discuss now rather than later, because when we actually do the show, the latter part of the show, I'm afraid you're going to have to be the camera person for part of it.
What?
It's not technical. But you saw how hard it was for me to get in here now. It's going to be almost impossible for me not to bump everything out of the way. So what's going to happen is when...
I'm going to have to get up and move the camera around?
That one. I'll do this one.
Move that one?
Yes. You have to move that one when it gets around to it so that they can see what it looks like.
What could go wrong?
Who knows? The shadow knows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, hey, folks, welcome.
Don't blame me.
If things look different, Chrome is still screwing up, so that's the same old.
Oh, yeah.
It's been going like that for a month. I talked to Daredevil Ford last night, and he said the same thing. They're having problems.
Shocking.
But you are seeing us through a new eye. Not the one in her forehead, but actually for us. Because we are running through the new iMac Retina 27-inch 5K machine that you guys supplied. So,
yep.
Yeah.
We're on your computer.
We're on your computer now, and
That's right.
The Apple is among the PCs, and I've only had to quiet them down a couple of times. But yeah, we're here. It's good.
It laid the smackdown on them a few times.
Yes, it did. It did indeed. So yeah, this is going to be another night of adventure because, quite frankly, last night worked great with GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. We had a couple of tweaks that we had to do with sound and that because we have a whole different way of doing stuff now.
It took him 3 days to get everything set up.
It was a trip. We went through. We got the.
I just went to work.
Yeah, which was wise.
And said, "Good luck with that. I'll be back."
Yes. So do we like it like this, or do we actually? Is this better? Hang on a sec.
I like it smaller.
It doesn't work that way.
What are you doing?
I made it so that it went to the top of the box.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
fine.
We're a little higher.
No, I mean us. I like us smaller. On the screen.
Yes, but when we show this off, this is the way that I would like to show it. We have options.
My apologies.
Yes. That's the nice thing about having a large monitor like this. You can actually put a bunch of other stuff up there, but the way that we're going to show
we could put
off,
Grayson and Abby and Greg and Amanda and everybody in here.
Yeah, and it's something. The interesting part for this, and we're going to give you two things tonight. Two things so that you can prepare. Besides that, we're going to be giving away the Alaskan salmon kit tonight.
I had salmon for dinner.
It was delicious.
It was delicious.
and we've got some other goodies to give away.
Sorta.
So yeah, it took me 3 days. We got it Friday. Friday night I just played with it, like watched movies in high def and all the rest of it. It was very cool.
Yeah, he's like, did you know that you can see this?
Yes, I can right up their
No,
nose.
and I'm going to bed.
Yes, she was not as thrilled.
No.
So that was that. Saturday I started working on things. And when I say working on things, we'll go over some of this when we actually get into stuff. But it was an adventure. Let's just say it that way. It was an adventure that took me till most of Saturday. Sunday I took a little breather because we watched Extreme Rules.
We did.
Oh, the Chromecast on this thing works great.
Oh my gosh.
And Daryl, of course, figured out why.
Why?
Because on the regular PCs, they're running on the 2G network. This runs on the 5. And it's like, ring! Yeah, it was like watching high def TV right from the Chromecast. It was really great.
Crazy.
Yeah, good stuff.
Extreme Rules was pretty good too.
Yeah, that too. And then I worked all day.
There was
Sundays.
a lot of talking to himself. And if you, I did a couple of Facebook posts if you saw those, but yeah, there was a lot of talking to himself and going, I know I have this adapter. Now where is it? I hadn't used it in years. Where would I put it? And
yeah.
And the dog just looked at me. I'm like, dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. I don't know where it is.
It was interesting. It really was.
So yeah.
So we did that. So I watched Extreme Rules. That ended at 11, and then I had an epiphany, and I found my adapter, which we'll show you tonight.
I was asleep, so I missed all of this.
And I said, all right, let's just try it and see what happens. And sure enough, things clicked, and it worked. And the hard part with this was that nobody on the YouTube or any place else that I could look up on the internet had a solid solution on how to work a Retina 27-inch
for a podcast.
Because what happens is if you just hook in the many people when they do their podcasts, they just hook their soundboard directly into their computer through a USB, and they're happy as clams because all they have to do is connect to the USB to the computer, and they're off. Hangouts is a totally different animal. You get feedback. You have to learn how to do things like mix minus. You have to come up with creative ways of doing stuff so that when I talk, and more importantly when we have guests, when they talk, you don't get feedback. And it just wasn't playing nice. So we were out and literally went through, and right at about midnight or so, I had the epiphany.
Yeah. Yeah, and I told him he should put it on YouTube so people can fix it.
Yeah. And I tried that. So I'm going to literally do that. I'm going to go through and put that in. Is people talking in the chat room? Because I'm not seeing. I haven't seen it move.
It just did. He said, now you do. Go. Hope you post it on YouTube. What are you doing?
I was refreshing. I'm sorry. I was more than refreshing. I was refreshing. I was just refreshing the screen. Yes. So people can fix theirs now. See, the main problem with, and I don't want to get too crazy with the technical stuff because there's a couple of things I want to show you in the pre-show.
This is the pre-show.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to talk about it.
Why am I here?
People have asked.
I quit.
No, you can't quit. Sorry. That's the other thing. So, yeah, it's the problem with a lot of people with the iMacs is that you don't. Most computers, like PCs and stuff, you have an input port and an output port. The input port is for taking data from other things and putting it into the computer. The output is your standard headphone jack, which is where you get your wonderful sound effects and music and everything out of your iPhone or your computer. You use a headphone set, right? That's the output. Macintosh, in their infinite wisdom, took away the input port. And it's like, okay, I can get information out of the computer and put it into, like, say, my soundboard. How do I get what we're talking here in the Hangouts from the computer to go back in. And it baffled a lot of people. And they tried using USB, and it worked terrible for Hangouts. And I literally found one little piece of information on the internet that explained how they were actually used in iRig, which you can use for your smartphone, and put it in. So what are they saying about quit?
Sad Amy is one thing. A riot because there's no Amy.
Yes.
Is something that nobody wants to see.
That is very, very true.
It's like a riot.
Yes.
Wow. Now that's
worldwide riot caused by Amy.
Yeah.
So long story short, figured out how to do it. We'll show you how to do it tonight, because it's a cool little adapter that lights up and blinks and stuff. So,
and he was so stinking proud. That's the first thing he talked about when he woke up.
Yes. It's like, hey.
He's like, I figured it out. I was
Yay.
like, figured what out?
Yeah.
The computer. Oh, I'm going to get a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person.
So tonight we are going to talk about two things. We are going to talk about the new changes to the challenge caches. That should be interesting. We're not going to go in as in depth that we did on Geocaching Podcast, but I thought for the people that are new to the game, it would be good for them to go, what's the big deal?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to kind of talk high level and tell you some of the changes, and get some viewpoints from that. The second part, we're going to give you a tour of this vast complex that is the GeoSnippits Studio.
A bedroom in our home.
Anyways, so we're going to do that. So we actually have, for your viewing pleasure,
the back of his head.
The back of my head. Here's camera 1. This is the new camera 1, which was actually the other camera that we used when we would talk to you. That's now over to our right. So this is camera 1.
Oh, that's ugly.
No, that's only ugly to us because that's where it is when they're looking at.
I see
they'll
on the
it nice
camera. Okay, I see in the thing.
Yeah, so it's nice and clear there.
Good.
That's just for us because it's in high retina, so everything goes.
Yeah.
So
it's all pixelated.
It's all pixelated.
It's trying.
So that's camera 1 right there, and then the other camera we have is this guy right here because I figured you would want to see what we see when we do the show. So this is what we have here.
That's funny. It's like a picture and a picture and a picture.
Didn't you ever do that as a kid with mirrors?
No.
You never did that? Put a mirror in front of a mirror and watch it go off into infinity?
No, I was too busy being outside playing.
Well, see, when I grew up, we had the bathroom, the big bathroom mirror, and then the medicine cabinet would open up and would go right in front of the other mirror, and so you can kind of look and watch it go off into the infinity. It was fun. Anyways, that's what that is.
Yeah. Anyway.
So this is the other view. This is what we look at when we're actually doing the show, and it really doesn't do much justice because the computer looks like it's that big, and it's much bigger.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yes. And Amy didn't want it just poking around her head, so she said, "What are we gonna do?" So I put it up higher. But it's cool because you can see the soundboard.
I didn't want what?
Well, you didn't want to see the back of your head all the time through the whole thing. So we did this instead. So yeah, that's the different views that we have with all this. So good stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's going to be a little blurry because we're doing a lot of output. We're actually running 3 computers going to the Hangouts tonight. So it might be a smidge out of it, but that's all part of the fun. We wanted to show you guys exactly what this is because it's because of you. What do we think of the Mac? I love it. I really do. I have been a PC guy forever. I have worked in Mac shops before in IT, so I'm semi-familiar, usually laptops that we worked with for mobile, but it's nice. This is a nice computer. Now, we don't have the full memory yet. It's got just 8 gig, and we're ordering the 32 gig in a couple of days. Matter of fact, it might even be tomorrow. We're going to order it, and then we'll put the full memory, because I have seen with some of the things where it'll chug a little bit with some of the video editing. I was trying to do some benchmarks to see how much it could take. It did okay, but I think when we actually get the full 32 gig in, this puppy's gonna fly. And the big screen, come on, 5K depth in 27 inches. It's perfect for the exact setup that we have right here. So yeah, this is a good computer, a lot of stuff. I'm actually in the process right now of learning how to do the different audio and video editing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Apple charges arm, a leg, and a kidney for everything.
Well, I have two, so if we need it,
we may. So I got the audio editor, which was not too bad. It was like $60 for that. But the video editor might be a little more pricey.
yes.
The one that I'm looking for is $300. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's not as bad as I thought.
oh no,
you were
I'm
gonna
not
tell
getting
me.
like, yeah, because you can get even on the PCs, you can get Adobe and a lot of the
Well,
high
I
end
figured
ones
he was
for
going to
there.
give me like 4 digits or
Oh,
something.
no. The one that I'm looking at is pretty much the top of the line that they have on it. The name escapes me. I can look it up on one of the million computers we now have running.
Right.
And find out the name
This
of
is
it.
ridiculous.
But yeah, this is something. We are well done.
He is in his element right now.
Oh yeah, I am geekified.
This is his thing.
This is great.
Yep.
So basically, hey folks, by the way, welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast pre-show. And if you're new, welcome. You are here at a very advantageous. You're here at a cool time because we have a brand new computer, and we are so proud that we're using it. So yeah.
Apparently, the dark side has milk with the cookies.
Yes, baby.
The milk costs $1,500. But you get a cool iCup to drink it in.
There you go. Yes, that is exactly right.
I want an iCup.
Wow.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool, wouldn't it?
Not everybody can say they have an iCup.
An iCup. A $54 cup that holds liquid with a logo.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm going to get one.
You're going to get an iCup? All right. So while you're doing that, I have one more thing that
I'm going to start a trend.
Are you now?
Yep. I'm going to get something monogrammed that says iCup.
iCup. The problem is you'll get trademark.
No, it's going to be a capital I.
Oh, do it with an EYE.
That would be cute.
iCup.
iCup.
Yeah, let it come.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yes, I know. There's so many places that could go, but I chose to stay with the drinking.
That was why.
The drinking vessel.
Yes. See, you just made me go straight left field. All right. Wow. All right.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. So I'm going to do a couple of things while
I'll
we're...
probably get sued for it. Who knows?
Oh, who knows?
I'll be like, what are you going to take? I got a couple of cats you can have.
For free.
One of them's name is Hector.
Oh, yeah.
He's tried to eat all our cords.
Yes.
And my shoestrings, apparently, the other night.
Was it?
You said.
Yes. Yes, he was.
Remember?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember now?
I do remember. And yes, he was chewing on them. All right. So that's set.
Freaking cats. So we open the door and see who stays.
You are starting to really, you are warping into a dark area. I am starting to be afraid.
I need one job is what I need.
Oh, I am afraid.
I need one job. I'm too tired to be nice. Oh, mercy.
Wow.
Oh, she checked.
Who checked? Somebody checked?
Oh, that's funny.
I am afraid.
I haven't seen it yet. It's just the category that came up was funny.
All right. What are you doing?
I'm looking up the iCup.
Oh.
Apparently, one of our people looked it up, and it exists.
Does it really?
Yes. See?
Wow. That is scary.
Look it.
Oh my gosh, it really is an eye cup.
Yes. Yes.
You may not want to drink out of that one.
Nope. But
it is made for catching liquids.
yes, it is. So I will have to adapt mine.
Yes. Yes, you will.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got to put this in too. So yeah, if you're new to the show and it's like, why aren't they talking about geocaching yet?
That's how we roll.
The pre-show we talk about stuff that deals with all of the stuff basically in our lives, and stuff that may deal with geocaching, may not. We're very excited about all the stuff that we did with the new computer, and we're just busting at the seams to want to tell you about it, and we're going to do that as well. The other thing I wanted to check out real quick, since this is taken care of, there it goes. That's what I want. We prepare stuff before we actually do the actual show. The actual pre-show doesn't start for about another 5 minutes. All right, so that's there. So we are set with this. I'm happy. Happy and joy.
I'm tempted.
I
got to tell you.
Of really?
Yeah, I'm tempted to get one.
For what?
We're drinking out of.
Oh, that's just wrong.
Oh, come on, they're sterile. But yeah.
Hopefully.
I would totally do it.
Oh my.
You know I would.
I know you would. It would be interesting.
Yeah, and I would take it to work and drink out of it.
Oh.
I would drink.
Here, have some.
I would drink some lemonade out of it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I would.
Out of Angry Birds.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And something else, I kind of want to see that movie too.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I am
I have to
worried.
just make sure I write my name on it. And
Well,
some
see,
sort
that's
of
actually
numbers
been
and
done
stuff.
before. If none of the birds actually talk, and the only one that does is the mime, that's been done before.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks did that in Silent Movie.
Yeah.
The only person that talked
No,
out
but
of
all the birds talk.
Okay, because
Yeah, you've seen the previews.
I didn't think they. Yeah, I guess they do kind of talk. Yeah. So in Silent Movie, nobody talked in the entire.
The
but
mime.
Marcel.
Yeah.
And yes,
Yeah.
he was a big fan. I was a big fan of Marcel.
I was a big fan of Mel Brooks.
All right, to each his own.
But yeah.
Literally taking the pee. Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a eye cup.
Cup.
To each his own.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right, there is one other thing I did want to show tonight. Before we even get started, so that you can see.
You got 3 minutes.
All right, 3 minutes. I gotta grab this here. And basically, what happened is, we took down the GoFundMe because we have the computer, but we still have quite a few patches left. So if you go on the website, about midway down, you will see there's an option to purchasing our patches. And you can buy the patch by itself. I'm going to do this like this. You can watch the number. You can buy the patch by itself.
Oh, yeah. Duh. I haven't done my nails.
Oh, my gosh. So you can do the patch by itself. You do it so well. Now, the kicker is we also have the options. Now, we asked a week or two back from the people, would they rather have like the travel bug type chain, or would you rather want a more heavy duty wire type chain? And pretty much the overwhelming response we got back is we'd like the heavy duty wire chain. So it comes in 2 sizes. So while wife Amy holds this, we're going to put a hole in the corner here, and you have the choice of either a 4-inch chain with it, which is like this. It's kind of small, but it's I like this one because this one is, guys don't necessarily want to have a lot of things hanging from their keychain. Quiet. From their keychain.
No, I was
so,
laughing at the chat room.
I thought you were talking about guys in hanging. Anyways, you got the 4-inch wire that goes here. It's a little smaller. They're heavy duty. These are really thick. And then you've got the 6-inch chain, which I thought a lot of the ladies or the guys, I don't care, might want that as well. So that way you'll have a keychain. These come apart at the it's not even a clasp. You have to screw it together. They're very, very heavy duty. And so what we're doing is we're selling the patch for $8, and if you want one of the two on here, we put it for $1 more. Is how we're doing this. So if you want the patches, could be an earring, very nice earring, and so yeah, interesting stuff. So yes, this is available now on the. Thank you, honey. This is available now on the front of the GeoSnippits website, and feel free to order. It does go through PayPal, and feel free to order those. We've got quite a few of them, and be a cool way to do some stuff. And like I said, when we were at the event for Moga, the ones that we had with just a simple key ring chain on it went gone.
Yeah.
So these are nice too, because you can add other things to it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like
awesome
the
stuff.
rings.
I do too. They're very nice.
Like
and they're now available for any of them. So we've got more than enough for all the patches.
Yeah. I'm thinking about people want it. Doing one and put my work keys on it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's that heavy duty.
Yeah.
It's not something that's going to be breakable at all.
Mm-mm.
All right, I think we are about ready. This is going to be an interesting show.
Yep.
Any way you slice it. We don't have the bottom thirds and we don't have the overlays, folks. So thank you guys at Hangouts for. Actually, I can't blame them too much. When I talked to Daryl, I think he said this started after a Chrome update. So it's Chrome that's actually.
It's Chrome's fault.
It's Chrome, so it's still Google. So we're just saying that's how that goes.
Why did we move?
Because I scrolled up and down on my mouse. It's a nervous twitch.
That's awkward. Don't do that.
They don't see that.
Oh, they don't?
No, at least I don't think so.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Not until I mention it?
You're right, exactly.
Sorry, I'm like, why are we moving? That's weird.
All right, we're running late. Thanks, folks, for stopping by for the pre-show. It's time to start the actual GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, Tourette's Arm. And we got some interesting angles to show you tonight and a lot of good stuff. So
none flattering.
So sit back, relax. Have your favorite snack, have your favorite libation. The GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast is coming at you.
Even
once
that.
I can say that right about now. Well, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. I'm your host, Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and I am here with the wonderful, the delightful, the driving me crazy, in a nice way. Just saying. Wife Amy, here on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. And we got to be careful tonight because we've got literally... we've got different views all over the place tonight for your viewing pleasure. So we got a lot of cool stuff.
I said the sound quality seems a bit better.
Yeah, isn't it great? And it's all because of you.
Is it because of the computer or the soundboard?
It's a couple of things, actually, and we're going to go over that tonight. We're going to tackle two subjects tonight. One, we're going to go just a high level. Because for us being a tutorial kind of show, and for the newer geocachers, they might be wondering what all the hubbub is about the challenge caches and them coming out of moratorium and what's that all about. So we're going to talk a real high level about the challenge caches tonight. And then the other part that we have, we're going to take in a little tour in this vast space, known as the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Studios.
Also known as the extra bedroom in our house.
Yeah, well, that too. So anyways, we got extra cameras, and it's really neat. And I know a lot of people are curious because you see us like this.
And you see that behind us?
Is a camera. So you can see us like we see you, like that. So here you go. Just to give you a quickie here, and I'm just saying that because here you go, Scott. So what we have, just really, really quickly, and we'll go more in depth with all this because people are going, well, what was the difference? What did it make? This is our soundboard. This is the old computer right here. The camera that you're seeing from camera 2 is coming off of that. This is the new, and it doesn't give size justification at all because the iMac 27 is huge. And I'll show you, I'll take the camera off of here later and show you a close-up of it. This is the laptop that we used to use for show notes. That's here.
No, that's over
it's both.
there.
Those are both the laptop.
Yeah.
So that's there.
That's actually the laptop.
I actually have my old laptop over here to my left. Amy's got her laptop off to the right. We've got iPads. We've got Zooms. We've got all sorts of stuff.
So he is completely geeked out.
We
right
have
now.
techno everything here, and we're very excited about it. This is going to be a lot of fun. And again, we'll take you for a full tour. We're going to take the cameras off their holding places here and take you for a little ride on getting all this.
Oh, no, I don't get to press any of the buttons at all. That's not true because periodically I will get to type a name.
Yes. So she uses the computer that we type
because
the
I
name
type faster than he does.
Yes.
But that's it.
Yeah, she really does not. She doesn't
buttons.
really have much interest with this back here.
Much interest equals he won't let me touch anything.
Well, there's that. So anyways, that's how that goes. And Country Queen says she wants to push a button. Yeah. We got lots of them here. They're all over the place. And
I'd push something, but he'd fuss at me. So
I might just. If you knew what it took to get, we'll get into it. Get into it. Yeah. So let's just jump right into this.
I thought about the red phone, and there should be one in here. It's crazy.
It's just a big red button.
Yeah.
It says Staples on the top of it, but that's all right.
Lining up and
yes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into this. It's May 26, 2016. In the next hour or so, both co-host Amy, the HeadHardHatress, and I will bring you some interesting information and tidbits of the game, the sport, yes, the obsession, known as geocaching. So, speaking of which, did not get much of a chance to go geocaching this week. It was interesting because I spent, if you saw the Periscope, it was Friday, and the computer came in, and I did an unboxing of the box.
I never even saw that one.
No. I just did the taking the cardboard off of, taking it out of the outer shell. I periscoped that one.
Never saw it.
Okay. Then I actually videoed the unboxing of all the goodies inside. And the problem with doing an unboxing with an Apple iMac is that, well, there's 5 pieces. And that's it. There isn't like the old days where you had to unbox and you had wires everywhere and everything was going crazy. So yeah, that's where that went. So yeah, it was interesting. It did not take long to do the actual unboxing of the computer, and you're going to actually see tonight what we did with that. So yeah, this was interesting. I spent Friday evening just playing with the computer, Saturday all day, Sunday for most of the day trying to get it to work with the soundboard. That was the biggest challenge, is getting the sound to work. And that was it. I got done sometime between 12 and 1 in the morning on Monday morning and got it working the way it was. And we'll get into that in a little bit. So yeah. Lots of fun, but we love the computer. It is great. It is beautiful. 5K is gorgeous. You want to know the real interesting thing about this? I actually had to turn the resolution down one notch from what they have 5 settings, from seeing things that are in a microscope to semi normal seeing to it is so far back you can't read it. Like whole web pages look like a stamp. That's the true 5K. I actually had to turn it down one from what they call their basic, just so we could see stuff on the screen normally. Because otherwise, the print was like 2 points high, because the resolution so far it shrinks it that much. So yeah, so I put it on the setting that's a little more easy for us to actually read things. So yeah, good stuff. Excellent stuff. All right, so let's move on. So you ask yourself, so how can you watch the show live and generally get in touch with Amy and HeadHardHat? Well, it's very simple. Watch the live feed. Join us by coming to GeoSnippits.com and joining us in the chat room on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have for all our social media links by either going to GeoSnippits.com or GeoSnippits Reboot.com, and just click on everything you like. The ones that you really want to touch are the Google Plus. Because we have a lot of requests from our polls and from other geocachers about subjects that we'd like to know your opinion about. We do a lot of that on Google+. Facebook's good on that as well. You also want to make sure you subscribe to HeadHardHat's YouTube channel. And the reason why you want to do that is every time we do a podcast, every time we do a vlog, we are going to be doing more now because I noticed it's been quite a while since we've done the last one. So that'll all go in your subscribe bucket, and you just go over and click every time. You don't even have to go searching for us, and we will be sitting there waiting for you with smiles on. So that's how that goes. Plus, we have all the other ones, Twitter for Periscope, Facebook, you name it. We've got all those in there. Just check it out. It's in the upper right-hand corner of the GeoSnippits website. Finally, we have our voicemail line where you can call in your questions, your comments, or suggestions by calling 919-341-9519. Or you don't even have to worry about the phone charges, especially for our friends that are out of the country. Simply go to www.geosnippets.com and select the Send Voicemail tab on the right side of the screen. Click on there, and you get to use SpeakPipe, which gives you 3 minutes to talk about anything that you want on your cell phone, your tablet, your computer with a microphone, your laptop, anything like that. And just give us anything that you'd like to have us mention, your milestones, different things that you want to talk about on the show, things about that we talked in the past on the show. Give your opinions about that. We love hearing it, and we love hearing from you fine folks, and we don't like Sad Amy. Sad Amy is when we don't have somebody send it in for the week, and she has to continuously listen to me ramble on without taking her spotlight and being able to actually talk herself.
And nobody likes to hear him constantly ramble.
No. But this is a good segue because we actually got an email from Chris Ronan. Now, if you don't know who Chris Ronan is, he is the new PR guy for geocaching.com, and he goes by the alias of Rock Chalk. Very nice guy. Can't wait to actually talk with him personally. I've emailed with him a few times. As a matter of fact, he actually sent me and probably a lot of the other podcasters a message which will segue us right into what we're going to talk to tonight about challenge caches.
An actual topic.
Yes.
He said...
Wow.
He says, hello, we're happy to announce the end of the moratorium on challenge cache submissions. Effective immediately, new challenge caches may be submitted in accordance with the updated guidelines. Visit the geocaching blog for much more information about the new framework for challenge caches. We've gone into great detail there about the reasons for the various changes. We'll share this news in our weekly email to geocaching members on May 31st. In the meantime, please feel free to share the information with your audience. We're excited to know the challenge caches will continue to inspire people around the world to achieve exciting geocaching goals. Best wishes from all of us at Geocaching Headquarters.
Yeah.
And we'll have a link to the blog and the guidelines and stuff in the show notes.
Right, and we're going to actually talk about this right now. Normally we got other stuff that we talk about. We'll get to that in a little bit. But this was just too good of a segue to just cut off and cut back into it. So what I'm going to do is actually go right over to a link for the blog itself. And again, we'll have it in the show notes if you haven't had a chance to do this. In another week or so, less than a week, 4 days, if you are a member, a premium member, you'll get an actual email with this information as well. But this is right out of the geocaching blog, and it basically talks about what they were saying in here as far as the moratorium's over with. Challenge caches encourage people to sit out and have achieve fun goals, go out and have a good time. Now, a lot of times, if you are not familiar with what a challenge cache is, I'll give you a couple of examples. One of the examples would be, say, a Delorme State challenge. What would happen is Delorme would have the map of, say, North Carolina, where we're from. And what they would do is they would grid out large sections of the state. And the idea is very simple. You have this grid over the entire state. If you found, usually the way that would work for a state, if you found at least one geocache in each one of the Delorme quadrants, you would, for the entire state, you would get the final for the challenge. And then you go, you sign it. And a lot of times in the old days, they made a really big deal about it. They'd have a big plaque, a lot of times they'd have an event. It did not happen a lot, not as much as it is now. There are county challenges out there. So get one in every county in a state. Great if you're in Rhode Island, a pain in the butt if you're in Texas. That kind of thing. Or California. So, yeah, that's how that works. And the problem is challenge caches got unruly for the reviewers. They're only about 1%, if that, of all the total reviews that a reviewer would have to mess with, and in the majority of them, they didn't fit the right qualifications. Appeals would happen. It just wasn't a overall pleasant experience for that. So it was something that got to the point where geocaching.com said, okay, enough's enough. We're going to put a stop to this for now. Circle the wagons, figure out what worked, what didn't work, and then come up with a new set of guidelines for people to do challenge caches. That is what's just ended, the year-long moratorium. Out of this, they came up with some interesting things for this, and I'm just going to hit some of the highlights for it on what's changing. Some of the things that is changing are challenge checkers. If you go to the one that I know the best is Project GC. If you go to projectgc.com, they have a challenge checker. And what it is it will look at all your finds, and then it will go through, it's got a list of hundreds and hundreds of challenges that are out there. It would go through it, and then if your finds match the qualifications to any particular challenge, it would say you qualify for the final, which means you have to go find the final, or you're this much of a percentage into a challenge, and this is what you need to do to accomplish it. So it's already there. A challenge checker is there. Now, one of the things that they are saying, there is code that is involved with this, so a little bit of coding.
Project GC is the only challenge checker for now.
And that is exactly right. Project GC for now is the only challenge checker. Now the kicker is, if you're going to put out a challenge, you have to have the challenge checker at, in this case, Project GC, verify your cache. You verify your challenge. So that when people go out there, instead of going, well, I don't know if I qualify or not, what happens with this particular one, it is a requirement now, if you make a challenge cache, to have the correct code put into it so that people can see if they could actually physically qualify for it or not. So that was a huge thing. I'm sure there are plenty of people that can write the code, or you can use it's not that difficult of a language. Of course, if you're not used to coding, this is complete, utter, it might as well be French, and go that way. there are ways of doing this, and I'm sure there are going to be people out there that will either take bits of other code checkers that match yours and put it in place, or just write the code for you.
Mm-hmm.
But that is one of the things that that actually goes through. There's a bunch of guideline changes, both the format and some content in the challenge cache guidelines. We'll go over some of that in a minute. One of the other ones that is interested with this is, and I love this, the cache owner, the CO, is required to have qualified for the cache that they're placing out. You have to be able, you can't do it, you can't put it out if you can't do it, is basically what that means.
Okay.
So some of these ridiculous caches that were just so outlandish, this is going to cut into a lot of those. So that that goes through. Time-limited challenges are no longer permitted. So you can't have, as a challenge, find 500 caches in a month or find 10 different icons in a day. Any of the time-limited ones are no longer put that way. So yeah, those are going out. Again, we'll go into more details, and you can look up all the information that is on the blog and in the update. Streak challenges are limited to 300. Now, knowing Daryl, and he actually caught this. Streak challenges limited to 365 days. Why didn't they say 366? For leap year? I think somebody typoed. Yeah.
Why?
Because there are challenges that have
for
the year
okay.
for leapfrog.
Okay.
For leapfrog, leap day. Rivet. So streak challenges are limited to 365 days now. You can't have it go past that. No challenges based on waymarking, benchmarking, or trackable logs, or specifying lab caching fines. They just showed that according to this...
I have no points.
I'm sorry?
I have no points.
For what?
On Project GC.
You have to use it to do it. So anyways, thank you, honey. So yeah, they're walking away from those as being parts of challenges. We'll go over that some other time. Challenges cannot be based on listing elements. Now, this I was not all that thrilled about. So take it for a grain of salt, and we'll get into a couple of things after. Challenges cannot be based on these particular listing elements anymore, like cache titles, cache owner names, GC codes, or listing text. Remember the challenge where the alphabet challenge, where if you went out and found a geocache that started with a particular alphabet and you got all of them, that gave you oh
my Lord,
the challenge? That is no longer allowed. You can't use it by a cache owner name, cache titles, GC codes, any of that. Those type of challenges are no longer allowed.
Wow.
So there you go. That's some of the main things that are going on here. So let me stress this. If you're going, well, wait a minute, this isn't right. What's going on with this? Basically, what geocaching.com is doing is they took a year to come up with what they felt was the most best way of doing challenge caches. All right? This is not set in stone. This is the guidelines that they came out of that think tank experience. This does not mean it's set in stone. One of two things can happen with this. People may find very creative ways of doing challenges so that it grows into something that is like a lot of people want their own icon for challenge caches.
Yes, they do.
They're not doing that yet. They want to see what the people are going to do. If the people walk away from challenge caches, so might geocaching.com. So there might be a time where they say, you know what, nobody's got enough interest, we're dropping it.
I don't think people are going to walk away from challenges.
Yeah. Now, the other thing, too, for the people that are wondering, yes, the challenge caches that are already in existence are going to be grandfathered. So if challenges that are out there now for any particular reason that they have with it, those are allowed to stay and you're still allowed to do them.
Mm-hmm.
But once, like any of the other stuff that has been grandfathered, once it's archived, it's gone. That's it. So that's how that works.
Yeah, but are they going to sit there and go, yeah, I think this is old now, I don't want to archive it? It's
up to what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's next? And keep in mind, geocaching.com does not want challenge caches to go away. They have spent all the time in this, all the effort into it, the people, all this stuff. They just want a better way so the reviewers still have hair by the time they're done being reviewers. And it got that silly that they had to say, all right, enough's enough. Let's come up with some guidelines. So that's where that goes. So what they say, what's next? And I'll just read this. We love how challenge caches encourage people to set goals and expand their caching horizon. There's no question we want these caches to thrive for years to come. We have high hopes that this new framework for challenge caches will reduce some of the pre-moratorium difficulties for reviewers and the community. But challenge cache owners are integral to the success of this framework. It's important that they work within these guidelines in order to reduce the burden that reviewers felt prior to the moratorium. If after a period of evaluation we find that a lot of the pre-moratorium issues are still causing problems, then we know that this new framework isn't the answer. We don't have a backup plan. The only remaining options would be to not permit challenge caches as they currently exist. But we're hopeful that the community won't let it come to that through your participation in our user insights forum and survey. Please do these things, and don't just say it sucks. Give examples. Mm-hmm. Just saying it sucks accomplishes nothing. Geocaches and community volunteer reviewers have eagerly participated in the comprehensive process that has resulted in what we believe is a solid framework. We're happy to know that challenge caches will continue to inspire people around the world and achieve existing geocaching goals. Now, that's just the blog. There's an entire link, and I'm not going to go into it tonight. It'll take us forever, that goes over the guidelines. And when you look at these, it will actually show you if it's new and it's from 2016. So you'll actually see the changes that are in there. I highly recommend, if you're into challenge caches, you check them out.
Yeah, and if you don't like something, that's okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
them. But try not to take them just problems. Try to take them solutions as well. Say, I don't like this. I think this is a problem. Here's what I think would solve it.
That is excellent.
And there's a lot of people who would just go to them and say, this stinks and I don't like it, period.
Yeah,
the end.
That doesn't give
that doesn't solve anything.
Yeah.
That only serves to get rid of challenge caches.
Right.
So if you like challenge caches but you think there ought to be changes, that's awesome. Let's help them out.
Yep. And you can do that on the forum, so be sure you check that out.
But be nice.
Right. Okay, moving on. Our GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Geocaching Poll of the Week, and it's not going to work.
I voted.
Did you vote?
Yep.
This was a good one. This really was. And I'm going to let Wife Amy, I'm going to bring it up on the screen over here, and go ahead, Wife Amy, if you would.
Have you ever had a geocaching close encounter with a venomous snake and or spider and or large spider and or dangerous wildlife?
All right.
Okay. At 5%, been bitten.
All right.
At 46%, no, I have not. 49%, yes, I have.
So that's a pretty interesting spread there. Half have had an experience with something, half have not.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to read that one. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Now, we did get some response. I thought this was really cool. Some viewer insights. Kevin said, spiders, yes. Snakes, no. Michael said, scorpion on the lid of a cache may not have killed me, but it would have stung. Oof.
No, thank you.
Yeah, April said, rattlesnake at Walker Lake and once in Moapa Valley. and we'll put these in the show notes. I DNF'd Walker, but made the find at Moapa.
Oh, Corey's was. Ugh.
Corey, good old Corey Stevens from the Geocaching Podcast.
He got bit by a spider.
He got bit by what he thinks a black widow did.
Had a hole in his arm for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and we're talking hole.
Like a hole. Like
a
it
hole
was
in the arm.
a cavern in his arm.
Yes. That was not pleasant. He sent a picture, too.
Chris Mackey, brown recluse bite, annoying for a few days, excruciating for a week following, and overall weakened for 5 months.
Yes.
And brown recluse are no joke.
Now get this. It said, left an ugly scar that is still healing now after almost 2 years. Hokey smokes Bullwinkle.
Yeah, those things are no joke.
Yeah. Pink Voyager said he walked up on a gator once. I hope he meant boots. Hope he meant boots. But you got to be careful out there, folks, because the critters
between black widows and brown recluse, no thank you, and that's why he goes first.
All right.
Not that I don't want him to get bit, but
no,
you know.
Yeah, I understand. Let's move on.
Oh, now you creep me out. Thank you.
Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by gxproxy.com and gxproxy.eu from our Europe friends for cachers serious about leaving their mark.
And also by coinsandpins.com, the best place to get custom coins, geocoins, lapel pins, and patches made. Go through our GeoSnippits links and use the promo code HeadHardHat for a 10% discount. And FYI for our listeners, you can sign up for their newsletter to get notified of when new coins and patches are available for sale. We're also very thankful to all of our sponsors, and if you want to see more of their products, be sure to go to our GeoSnippits websites and simply click on their logos. Not only do you get great deals, but it helps our program as well.
I just thought it appropriate, since we're reading the show notes off of here, that's where camera 2 is. That
Might as well.
Might as well. Interesting. All right, so I know a lot of people are interested in the final results for the May GeoCoin contest. So basically, I hope I grabbed the right package.
I hope you did too.
Oops. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yes. All right. So, GX Beverly at GX Proxy was ever so kind as to, wow, you really can ring this up, to show us the Alaska salmon. And basically, it is a 3 GeoCoin kit. That have the proxy coins with them. So you're actually getting 6 GeoCoins. And they are gorgeous. You can put out. Yep, they are gorgeous, and a complete set was the prize for the month, and that's what we're going to do right now. So we did a drawing earlier today, and we actually have a winner for that. And to save time, and I got to make sure that I've got this in here. Where's it at? There it is.
I hate spiders.
You hate spiders. All right. So, can I have the pen for half a second, unless you want to write this in for me? All right. The winner of the May 2016 GeoCoin contest.
Am I writing it over here or here?
Over here.
Here. 160?
Yep. And it is going to go to Bot Caching. Bot Caching, you are the winner of that complete GeoCoin set. Bot, you put the address in with your entry, and we will get that out to you as soon as possible. We're gonna, now that things have kind of eased up a bit on the financial aspects, we're going to be able to get the prices out a lot quicker than we have been doing, and I should have it out probably this weekend. Quite frankly, for any of the prizes that we haven't sent out over the past couple weeks.
Now they're talking about garden spiders. Y'all got to stop.
Orb spiders are cool. I like orb spiders. All right, so congratulations. And we want to say thank you to GX Proxy for the donation of that fantastic Alaska Salmon GeoCoin set. And Bot Caching, congratulations. It's coming your way. All right, good stuff. Let's move on. Yep. Challenges update and GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Studio Tour. GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, episode 160. All right, so we've already gone through half of our content tonight talking about Challenge Cache Update, and that's great. But we want to show you folks what you allowed us to actually have and utilize. Again, we're talking for, well, let's see, it's been what? We started it a good 4 or 5 months ago. We started a GoFundMe process and a campaign fundraiser because, quite frankly, the computer that's over here to our right is on its way out. It is dying, and we don't know how long it's going to last, but I don't think it's going to be for very long. We needed a new computer. We were not working well with that, and just move the box a little because mine went on the left too. We'll just put up with it. So basically what ended up happening is we needed a new computer. At the time, I did not have a well-paying job. I was working at a department store. Rhymes with fart.
Stop.
Just
anyway,
saying.
Go ahead. Move on.
We were just scraping to get by. I mean, it was that bad. So we needed help. You sound like a fish tank.
That went up my nose.
Wow, sorry about that. I didn't need it quite up the nose. And on live television, too. So anyways,
what's wrong with you?
That's part of a good rib. Anyways, so we needed a new computer, and we put out the call to, quite frankly, you fine folks, and did you deliver? So we are very, very proud to say that part of the GeoSnippits Studios is now this fantastic iMac 27-inch Retina 5K computer, and Amy is just so overexcited she's running with craziness. Way to go with the build-up, babe. Good job. Wow.
Think about it. I didn't
You are
think
so
about
comfortable with our peeps, it's like, hey, whatever.
Oh, I'm sleepy. I'll just yawn.
Oh, boy, that just blew the sails out of that one, didn't it? So anyways,
I was reading, they were asking, seeing this thing is still off, when the computer dies, are you going to get a new PC or a smaller Mac?
We'll work on that when we get there. So anyways, we've got things going, but we thought we would give you a tour with now the cats. This is going to be one of those shows. So we're going to give you a little tour of the massive studio, of which is the GeoSnippits
spare bedroom
Studio. To do this, I'm going to need the help of wife Amy. Now, before she actually has to get up, let's show you the other camera view again so you can see what's going on, and then we'll give some close-up stuff. So first off, we've got this. Now, this is the camera that's been behind us the entire episode. Hi! And so hopefully wife Amy won't yawn into that one either.
I was trying to fix my headphones.
Okay, so basically this is how this works. The old computer, which is the one that we used to use when we talked to you, like as of last week, is this one right here. The computer's down underneath the table, and the camera's up here, and that is the one that we used when we did the shows previously. That is now moved over to being our show notes computer, and also camera 2 for when we do the shows. This big guy right here, which it doesn't give you a proper perspective. The iMac 27-inch is huge. It's like 27 inches diagonally. It's big. I'm just saying. So anyways, this is the iMac here. Over here is what we used to use for the show notes, which is actually monitor 2 for the laptop, and the actual laptop is over here behind me. So that's hers. Wife Amy's laptop is over here to the right. Now, so we'll show you some other stuff.
Only one's reliable.
And one's reliable. we'll show you some of the other stuff in a second, but just so that you know, this is the sound, the actual cart that we use for our music.
It's an I as well.
It's an iPad 2. This is a Zoom recorder. This is what we use for actually recording, and it's doing right now. It's actually recording the episode as we do it. This is our soundboard. This is a Behringer X 1832 USB system. Very nice board. I really do like it. You can see all the different cables from all the different mics that are everywhere, and then all the inputs and outputs that go to different things as well. So yeah, that's that. We'll show you a close up in a second. But I wanted wife Amy, if she would be so kind, and she's giving me the look of death. So I'm going to actually go over here, and then wife Amy's going to actually go over to camera 2 here by the old computer, so you can actually see some of the adapters and the actual back part of the iMac. So she's going to do that going to here. Now, for the people listening to the podcast, I apologize. We're going to be as descriptive as possible, but I highly, highly do recommend that you. All right, I'm going to switch over to camera 2 now. You're going to pick up that camera right there. Just pick it up. That's it. Now, if you would go back a little bit, and hi, folks, as she goes back. If you would show the back of the iMac. And just kind of back up a little bit so they can kind of get some scale here. There you go. So this is the iMac. You can move it up a bit. A little more. Back up just a smidge. Keep going. All right. And you're doing Batman, so kind of keep it the other way, tilted. There you go. A little to the left. Good. All right, so this is the back of the iMac. You can see the back of the other. We're winging this, folks. You can see the back of the other monitors there. The inputs that are going into there is the power cord and the other ones that are coming from the adapters. The USB is in there, and the FireWire for charging the mouse and the keyboard's in there, and then the landline that it actually gets the internet stuff from. If you could go and point it towards the side so they can see how thin this thing is. You can at the same angle you're there, but just kind of, keep going until you're looking right through the, there you go. Look how thin this thing is. Pick it up just a smidge. You're doing great. A little more. Look how thin this thing is. That's it. That's the entire computer. I think that's what blew me away. You can see the Dell monitor and how thick and big it is. That's what the iMac actually looks like, and that's a complete computer system. So what's really neat, it's a 5K monitor. Dell has a 5K monitor that came out just now, just the monitor, and it's the same price as the entire computer that we bought.
I want to give you a scale.
Okay.
Show you how big this thing is.
Yeah.
This is my hand.
Yeah, that's Amy's hand. So that kind of gives you a really good idea of how big the monitor is. It's huge. That's great. Okay, you can put the camera back, babe. Thank you so much. And I'll let you come back over here. And then I will switch back to camera 1. Or actually, camera 1's good. So yeah, that's how that works. So you can kind of see this is the computer you donated so that we could get. And again, thank you so much. Even despite wife Amy yawning in the middle of it, we really are very happy and pleased that that this worked. And good stuff. Yeah, I went through a lot to figure out how to get this to work with the soundboard. It is not easy for that, and I'm going to actually make an entire YouTube video for people that are also trying to figure out how to work with the iMac 27-inch screen to get that going. So that's that one. Let me give you a close-up of the other ones here. So I'm going to go over to camera 3, which is the one behind us, and I'm going to see if I can get it. So hang on just a sec.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. It's hard to be humble. There it is. All right. There we go. There's professionalism for you.
Ain't it, though?
Hi, Amy. Perfect. All right, so that's what this is. I'm going to bring the cord around. Little twirl-a-whirl here. Okay, so this is how this works. So here's my laptop. This is the stuff you never get to see. So this is my drinking cups and my laptop. That's there. This is the soundboard or the cart. So when we go to play some music, like that's how that works. That is my Zoom recorder, so everything, and you could probably even see it a little bit.
Every time we talk,
those little bars move. It's actually recording the song as we do this. Excellent stuff. That's the laptop, second monitor that we use for watching you fine folks. So when I actually talk to you and we're looking at the chat room, this is what I look at when that goes.
I look at it too.
Yeah. This is the new keyboard and mouse for the iMac. This is the mouse and keyboard for the one that we actually do our show notes. So you can actually see the show notes as we're actually doing this. And then, of course, the iMac itself, which is going off into oblivion. Ooh, kind of cool.
All right, focus.
So that's how that's working. And that's pretty much it. This is the second computer, and there's camera 2. So if you ever really wanted to see what's going on, this is what it looks like when we actually do the show. You can see the clock in the back. That's the new TV that we had put in that came out of our old bedroom, and the spotlights, of course, and some of the old banners that we've had in before. So there you go. That's the tour. And now you can say you know what it looks like when it comes to the GeoSnippits Studios.
Yep.
So there you go. Good stuff. I love it. That was fun. So if you got any questions or anything else that you want to know about the studio or what we use or any of that fun stuff, let us know. We'd be more than glad to let you know. Where do we hide? That's in the fridge. And I don't drink that much, so like I said. Oh, yeah. Anyways. No, we don't have that. We have literally water. That's water and coffee is the two main beverages that we have.
It is the main
yes
beverages of our.
Yeah. But that's how that goes. All right. Good stuff. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, our VNN was fun. We had a good time with Geocaching World. That was a good 2 years we did that.
Your support helps keep all the GeoSnippits Reboot shows running along. Please consider making a PayPal donation through the link on our website to support our efforts and your ongoing entertainment. From all of us at GeoSnippits, we thank you.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we had excellent response from you fine folks when we were in desperate need of getting a new computer. The idea of needing money to actually do a podcast, that hasn't gone away. It is one of those things that will be continuous. The big bills start coming in towards the end of the year. I can't believe we're midway year already, where we actually have to start considering things like that. But we also have expenses during the month as well when it comes to the podcast as well. So that's why it's so important for you to please be a patron. We have literally thousands and thousands of viewers and listeners that watch our show or listen to our show each and every week, and very few that actually help contribute towards the show. So please become a contributing factor. Go to either our it went right out of my head. Our Patreon campaign, and click on that, and give us a literally as little as $1 a week to us would be great. We also have PayPal where you can give whatever you'd like for monthly or whatever, even a one-time thing. Because different people have money at different times. And the one thing that I want to really stress with this, if you can't afford it, don't do it. You could be much more valuable to us just spreading the word about the GeoSnippits Reboot podcast if you can't afford to make a financial contribution. But if you can, please do, because it does cost money to do the podcast, and everything counts. So for all the folks that have contributed and also helped spread the word about GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, thank you very much. For the other ones that are on the fence, get off the fence. Come on over and give us a hand. We'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. And there are some rewards to Patreon that are beneficial to you fine folks. All right. Good stuff. I think it's time to move on. All right. It's time for the GeoSnippits Geocaching Cache Dash. Let me explain what that is. We have some of the best companies in the geocaching world that, quite frankly, want you fine folks to know about their products so that you can like them and go buy them. So what they do is they send goodie packages of love to us with all their little products that they would like to have showcased, and then we go and do just that. We do a question a week with the Cache Dash, and we showcase a company, tell a little bit about them, and the products that they provide. And last week, wife Amy, what was the prize for episode 159?
It was from GX Proxy, and it was the Alaskan Salmon Geocoin with matching Proxy coin.
That's right. So we have given away this month 3 of these. We've given away 2 for through the Cache Dash and 1 live last week. So that's what we did for that. They are gorgeous. They're beautiful, and you actually get 2 coins, which is that much sweeter. It's special.
All right. The question was, what is the price of a current first-class stamp in the USA?
Yeah, now this one was a little tricky because, quite frankly, most people get those. What do they call
the forever stamps?
The forever stamps.
Yep, and that's what I get at work.
You never really know what the price is anymore when you order it.
That's forever.
Yeah.
I want forever stamps.
Well, go ahead and tell them how it worked.
As of April 5th, 2016 update. 16. God, what's wrong with me?
It's all right.
First-class mail letters rates will decrease from 49 cents to 47 cents when purchased at the post office.
Yeah, so 47 cents was the answer.
It may be the first time ever they have decreased the stamp.
Yes, and they're not happy, but they're going to gouge you some other way. And
don't worry about that. It's probably the priority shipping I just paid for the other day.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so this is how this worked. We have on my little tablet here, we have a list of all the answers that were sent in from our fine folks, and that is here. We also have is my random number generator. And it goes from a number from 1 to the total number of correct answers that were sent to us. Wife Amy is going to flip her magic geocoin, and she's going to come up with either heads or tails. The way this works is, say the random number is 4. It is not 4. Say it was, and she flipped heads. And she flipped heads. We would count down 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top, and that would be our winner. If she selected tails, we would count up 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom of the list, and that would be our winner. Yeah, it's a little bit of randomness, really, to the show.
It's sides.
It's sides.
Yeah, they keep wanting me to say sides.
All right. Wife Amy, do we do heads down or tails up?
We are doing tails.
Oh, of course we are. All right, hang on while I count this. Okay, let's see my list.
They said, some might say that HeadHardHat is a first-class male.
Oh, you are awesome. You are awesome.
I didn't say it, they did.
You are awesome. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, okay.
I know she's awesome.
No, whatever.
A little grumpy sometimes. She's pretty awesome. All right, so let's see if this fits under here. Okay, that is good. So if you would put that in. Brian Lang, you are the winner for episode 159. So you get the last of the last of the Alaskan salmon coins that we have. They're all gone. We gave them all away, 2 full sets this month.
We did.
That was awesome. So congratulations to Brian. Now you might be saying to yourself, well, wait a minute. They give away cool stuff. How do we do it? How do I get some? How? Well, it's very simple. To get the, once I get this day, thank you.
I had to type it
you
in.
You did it very well.
I'm doing my little admin thing.
You are doing very well. See, she does get to push the buttons. To be eligible to win a prize from the Cache Dash, all correct answers for this episode must be in by 12 noon Wednesday. That's next Wednesday, June 1st. Can you believe it?
June 1st. My friend Jackie's birthday.
Email it to gsreboot@gmail.com. That's GSREBOOT@gmail.com. Subject line Q1, episode 160. Again, subject Q1, episode 160. All correct answers will be put in a drawing. Excuse me. Some weeks for the people in the live chat room, we will also have a second prize that we give away live right then, right there. Sorry, folks, not tonight. We actually did one last week. We do try to do it at least once a month. And you never know. That little birdie pulls out sometimes some interesting prizes at different times of the month. You just got to be here when it's live to win it right there. All right, wife Amy, if you would be so kind, and I'll let you type in the price because I didn't have enough time to do that.
Of course you didn't.
All right, I'm going to get it right here.
I get to type again.
Yes, you do.
Like I did all day today.
Okay. This is two prizes from CacheAdvance.com. Very, very cool. One of them is a rusty bolt cache. A rusty bolt cache. And this is also very handy as well. It is a pack of, I would say, regular size geocache identification stickers. So if you've got a good sized, excuse me, got a tickle in my throat. Good sized regular geocaches that you want to put out and label it professionally. These are, you get a pack, it looks like a pack of, let's say it's actually a 5-pack of stickers for regulars. So these are from CacheAdvance.com. Wife Amy, if you could tell them what the question is.
What does the acronym USB stand for?
Ooh, good one.
I actually know the answer to that.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. What does the acronym USB stand for?
These wonderful pauses while we get drinks is interesting.
Blah, blah, blah. At least I didn't tell you you sound like a fish tank.
And there is good reason for that. All right, get your answers in, and we'll see who the winner is next week. Wow, what a show tonight. Let's move on. And no, the alcohol was not used tonight in the making of this podcast.
No.
Make you wonder, though. All right, so let's wrap this puppy up. Please, please, please. I'm afraid. Let us know what you think about tonight's episode, what you like, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of. Please let us know. We love hearing from you fine folks. Let us know what you want. This is your show. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Second, please consider becoming a patron. Again, it helps keep the lights on, and we greatly appreciate each and everything that you do by sending us a couple bucks each month. Again, thank you. Finally, tell other geocachers about our show so they can come in and join in the craziness that is all of this. All of this.
160 is the episode. No.
What's that?
Yeah, this is 160.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 160.
It is episode 160.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and close this out.
Where am I? Want to thank our sponsors. Want to thank our sponsors, gxproxy.com and coinsandpins.com. Plus our amazing patrons. And thanks to Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and thanks to everyone watching in the chat room. Please keep those comments coming in. We'll see y'all next time.
Absolutely. Special thanks to wife Amy. Honey, you are just special.
Yep.
You are wonderful, and I love you.
Good thing.
All right, upcoming stuff. We are gonna get, since we got all these cameras, we are gonna get into making yourself. Some people kind of wonder about making
A lot of people wonder.
Make your own fairy house geocache. If you want to make it a gnome house, whatever makes you happy. We're going to make some cute
your thing.
Cute little village stuff of which you make a geocache from. And we're going to get the components from it, and we will send out a list.
See, I have all list of ideas from. I took pictures at my part-time job, and I was like, we could do this. I took pictures. I have little moss that has little teeny itty little white flowers on it that we can
Or you
put
can
on
make
there.
it manly with. I like the gnome zombies. That's cool. Have them coming out of the ground.
No gnome zombies. No.
It's awesome.
And then there's rocks and there's little people.
It'll be fun, and for the guys, buck it up for a week. You know, this is cute, and the cute factor goes up. We may even bring kittens. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Woo!
Just saying. All right, let's wrap this puppy
Ooh, we
up.
can have cactus out there.
Wow, I'm just saying. You can be creative when it comes to that.
It's a whole store.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they like your zombie idea.
See, told you.
It's a guy thing.
It's a guy thing. All right, guys.
I like the moss with lime.
Let's wrap this up one way or another. Dang it, I'm pushing this button. Have a good one, folks. Thank you so much. And we'll go from there. Let's wrap this up. Please be sure to join us each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, right here on the GeoSnippits website at www.geosnippits.com. The video version of the show is available on YouTube, and the audio version is available on iTunes, Stitchers, Blueberry, the Tech Podcast Network, Google Play, and many of your favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please leave your feedback by emailing us at gsreboot@gmail.com. Visit us through our social media sites or contact us via our voicemail line at 919-341-9519 or use our website Send Voicemail tab. GeoSnippits Reboot is a HeadHardHat production and is produced by Amy and Andy Smith. The show is copyright 2016 by Andrew T. Smith. All rights reserved.
There.
Yeah, it's hard for me to read. Well, yeah, zombie gnomes. They actually had one on Pinterest. I kid you not, there was like 8 of them, and they were all in different forms of zombieism.
They want iGnomes.
I know. Does that mean you pee on them, or I don't know? I'm not sure how that
See,
works.
with a cup now, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious. So anyway, thanks for coming to the first GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast with the brand new computer. Thank you, fine folks, for the folks that donated and spread the word about it so that we could get this. We could not have done it without you.
It is your computer.
It is your computer, and we just happen to have it here to use. So Thank you. Good. Have a good one. Have a safe one. The weather's going to get really crazy. Do we still have that low pressure system that might turn into a hurricane?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
it's June 1st. It's time for the low pressure to come in and drop.
Yeah, it's sometime next week, which is ironically.
Oh, so that means it's out by Africa somewhere.
Yeah, ironically, next week is the first of hurricane season.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It is all put in. Yes. So good.
I know it's because they work.
I know it's because they work. I love it. Hi-ho! All right, folks. Have a good one. And the chat room will continue on. It's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's neat.
Those
like
I would
said,
do.
That is creative stuff, and that's what we're going for with this. Only miniaturized down for a geocache.
Yes.
So yes, we will be getting into this,
yeah,
I
would do those names.
We will have a second camera set up so that we can go through and just show you bits and pieces on how to do it, and then you can go through it.
Ping's having a hard time with his computer.
Fine. I know what that was like. So good stuff. And folks, we will see you next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Be safe out there. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Bye-bye.